ever sat by the window, sipping your morning coffee, and suddenly thought, what really matters now? Maybe you've worked hard your whole life, built a family, saved money, maybe even bought a house or two. You did all the things you were supposed to do. But now, in these quieter years, something starts to shift. You begin to realize that the things you once chased so hard, titles, paychecks, even recognition, don't hold the same weight they used to. It's a strange feeling, isn't it? You've reached a point in life that so many never make it to. And yet, sometimes you wonder, what now? What's truly important? Here's a little secret, and it might surprise you. After 70, the most precious thing isn't money. No, it's not your bank account, not the car in the garage, or the house you live in. It's something far more valuable, something that can't be bought or stored away. It's your time, your peace of mind, your health, and most of all, it's connection. The people you love, the memories you make, the moments that make you feel alive. That's what starts to matter most. And the beauty is, realizing this doesn't come when you're young. It comes now, when you've seen enough of life to understand what truly counts. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you laughed so hard your stomach hurt? Or had a heart-to-heart conversation with someone who really gets you? When did you last feel excited about waking up, not for an appointment or a chore, but for something that truly lit up your soul? These are the things that matter now. Because after 70, it's not about climbing another ladder. It's about slowing down but not stopping. It's about shifting from achieving to enjoying, from chasing to cherishing. You see, money is a tool. It can buy comfort, security, maybe even some convenience. But it can't buy one more hug from a grandchild. It can't buy laughter around a dinner table. It can't rewind time or give you back energy you lost by spending too much of your life stressed out and stretched thin. So, let's talk about what really matters and how to hold on to it. First, let's talk about your energy. Not just physical energy, but the kind that makes you feel like you're still in love with life. Many people slow down after 70, and that's normal. But slowing down doesn't mean giving up. It means listening to your body, yes, but also feeding your soul. It means finding things that still spark joy. A short morning walk with a friend, tending a small garden, reading something that makes your heart feel full. These small moments refuel you in ways money never could. It's easy to let the days slip into each other, especially if you're retired or living alone. But creating simple, joyful routines can make a world of difference. Waking up and stretching your body for 5 minutes. Listening to music you used to dance to in your 20s. Calling an old friend. These are the golden coins of this stage of life. They're the new currency: connection, movement, meaning. Next, let's talk about peace of mind. It becomes more precious the older we get. And I'm not just talking about staying out of drama or avoiding the news. I mean the deep kind of peace, the one that comes from forgiving yourself for mistakes, letting go of what you can't control, and giving yourself permission to rest. You don't need to prove anything anymore. You don't need to earn rest. You've done enough. Now is the time to protect your mental space like it's sacred, because it is. That might mean taking a few minutes each morning to just breathe. It might mean writing in a journal or saying a prayer. It might even mean turning off the phone for a while and sitting in silence. Peace doesn't find you, you have to make room for it. And when you do, everything else starts to feel lighter. Problems seem smaller. Annoyances don't sting as much. You walk through your day with a little more grace, and that grace is everything. And of course, we can't forget the heart of it all: relationships. Not just having people around you, but feeling truly seen. After 70, you start to crave depth over drama. You want the kind of companionship where you can sit in silence and still feel connected. Whether it's with your partner, your children, your grandchildren, or a few good friends, it's that emotional closeness that feeds your spirit. Don't be afraid to reach out. Don't assume others are too busy or not interested. Sometimes the most beautiful conversations happen because someone was brave enough to simply say, "I miss you. Let's talk." And if you've lost people, whether through distance, disagreement, or passing on, know this: it's never too late to open your heart again. People come into your life in all seasons. Some will arrive right when you need them most. Keep that door open. Because after 70, it's not about how much money you've saved. It's about how many smiles you've shared, how many sunrises you've watched with someone by your side, how many times you've said, "I'm proud of you," or "I'm proud of myself." You've earned this season. You've weathered storms. And now you get to choose what matters most. The joy is, it's not far away. It's right there in the small things. There's something truly powerful about reaching this stage of life and finally understanding that what fills the heart isn't more stuff, it's more meaning. And meaning, my friend, is found in how we live each day, not in what we've collected along the way. So let's talk about something that often gets overlooked but makes a world of difference: purpose. Now, don't let that word feel too big. Purpose doesn't mean you have to launch a business, write a book, or run a marathon, unless you want to. It simply means having a reason to get up in the morning with a little spark in your chest. Something to look forward to. Something that gives your day a sense of shape, of meaning. That purpose might be as simple as taking care of a plant. It might be baking cookies for your neighbors or showing your grandkids how to play checkers. Maybe you like feeding the birds in the park or helping out at a local community center a few hours a week. These may seem small, but they aren't. They remind you that you still matter, that your life still has ripples. You see, when we stop working, sometimes we accidentally start believing that we've stopped contributing. That's just not true. Wisdom is a gift. Experience is a gift. Time and kindness. Those are treasures you can share freely, and they make you richer in return. Every conversation you have, every bit of encouragement you give, these are seeds. You don't always see the bloom right away, but trust me, they grow. Now let's talk about something even deeper, something that many people feel but don't often say out loud: loneliness. After 70, loneliness can sneak in quietly. Maybe your children live far away. Maybe your partner has passed. Maybe the people you used to see every day have slowly drifted into their own routines. The house feels too quiet. The phone doesn't ring as much. Days stretch longer than they used to. And you might start to wonder, does anyone really need me anymore? Let me say this as clearly as I can. Yes, they do. You matter, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. And even if some people haven't reached out, that doesn't mean you've been forgotten. Sometimes others just don't know how to reconnect, or they assume you're doing just fine. But don't wait for others to make the first move. Be bold. Reach out. Make the call. Write the letter. Go to that local class or book club or fitness group, whatever gets you around others with kind eyes and open hearts. You're not too old to make new friends. You're not too old to start new traditions. You're not too old to belong. Connection is medicine for the soul. And sometimes, just sitting across from someone, sharing a meal or a laugh, is more healing than any prescription. And while we're talking about healing, let's take a moment to talk about letting go. Letting go of past regrets, of old arguments, of things we wish we'd done differently. After 70, you've likely gathered a handful of moments that still sting. Maybe things you said or didn't say. Maybe people you lost touch with. Dreams that never came true. But what if you gave yourself permission to let some of that weight fall away? What if you looked at your past with softer eyes and gave yourself the grace you'd give a dear friend? You've done the best you could with what you knew at the time. And even the missteps, the detours, the heartbreaks, those shaped you into who you are today. They gave you strength, compassion, wisdom. And now you get to decide how you carry those stories. You don't have to hold on to pain in order to honor your past. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is whisper to yourself, that chapter is over, and I'm still here. Still breathing. Still becoming. And finally, let's talk about joy. Real, honest-to-goodness joy. Not the kind that comes from buying something new, but the kind that sneaks up on you in the middle of a sunset. The kind that bubbles up when you hear an old song or eat something that reminds you of your childhood. The kind that fills your chest when you see someone you love smile. Joy isn't something you chase, it's something you notice. And it's still all around you. The warmth of a blanket. The feel of sunshine on your face. The way a child giggles without holding back. It's still here, waiting for you to notice it. You're not too old for joy. You're not too late for love. You're not too far gone to start feeling alive again. And every single day, no matter your aches or limitations, there is something to savor. Maybe it's your morning coffee. Maybe it's the quiet of the evening. Maybe it's the fact that, after everything you've been through, you're still here. You've still got today. And today is more precious than gold. You see, money can't buy that kind of richness. It can't buy the fullness you feel when someone listens to your story. It can't buy the pride of baking a perfect pie, or the silliness of dancing in the kitchen when no one's watching. It can't buy peace, or purpose, or presence. So what's the most precious thing after 70? It's you. You, showing up for your life with open eyes and an open heart. You, choosing connection over isolation, peace over regret, joy over numbness. You, realizing that every day you wake up is a new chance to live fully, love deeply, and let go gently. And that, my friend, is a kind of wealth the world can't measure. You've made it to this point in life, through the storms, the seasons, the heartaches, the surprises. And now, more than ever, there's this beautiful opportunity in front of you, to live not with urgency, but with intention. See, in our younger years, we chase things fast. We measure ourselves by productivity and what's next. But when you reach this chapter of life, something begins to shift. You start realizing that what matters most isn't how much you can do, it's how present you are while doing it. One of the most precious things you can give yourself now is the gift of presence. Being fully here, in this moment. Not living in yesterday's memories or tomorrow's worries, but savoring the now. Because let's be honest, so much of life's magic happens in the little, quiet moments we so often overlook. Like the way sunlight dances across your kitchen table. The sound of wind through the trees. The comfort of your favorite sweater. A phone call with an old friend. These aren't small things. These are the riches of everyday life. And sometimes, the simple act of paying attention to them is what makes the day feel meaningful. It doesn't mean your days have to be perfect. Some will be hard. Some will feel slow. But even in the hardest ones, there's usually one small thing worth holding on to. A moment of peace. A kind word. A feeling of, I'm okay right now. That's enough. And you know what else becomes more precious as we age? Not just the number of years, but the quality of the moments we get to spend with the people we care about. It's easy to think we need to go on big trips or plan grand events to make time special. But truthfully, it's the little things that leave the biggest mark. Sitting together on the porch, laughing over a silly memory, passing down a recipe to a grandchild, holding someone's hand while watching a movie. These are the treasures that money can't touch. And the older we get, the more we understand. Shared time is sacred time. If there's someone you've been thinking about, call them. If there's something on your heart you've wanted to say it. Don't wait for the right time. Now is the time. Every day you wake up is a chance to say what matters, to love a little louder, and to make someone feel seen. Because when you do that, when you give your time and your presence to another person, you're not just creating a moment, you're creating a memory. One that might live in their heart long after today is gone. And isn't that what legacy is really about? Speaking of legacy, it's something people talk about a lot after 70. What will I leave behind? What will they remember me for? Let me tell you something. Your legacy isn't built in a single big moment. It's in the daily things. It's in the way you loved, the kindness you showed, the way you lifted people up, the way you listened, the way you made someone feel safe or valued or less alone. You don't need to have built an empire to have made an impact. If your presence has ever brought comfort to someone else, you've already lived a life of purpose. And here's something else that might surprise you. The most meaningful legacies are often quiet. They're in the stories your grandchildren will tell about you. The way your friends speak about how they felt when they were with you. The strength you pass down without even realizing it. So take the pressure off. You don't have to go searching for meaning. You're already living it moment by moment in how you show up. Now, I want to talk about one more precious thing, and that's peace. Not the kind of peace that comes when everything is perfect, but the kind that shows up when you've made peace with yourself. You've earned the right to rest, to breathe, to stop comparing yourself to who you used to be. Aging is not losing. It's transforming. It's shedding the layers of what you thought you had to be and becoming more of who you truly are. There's beauty in your lines, in your softness, in your patience. There's power in choosing quiet over chaos. There's wisdom in knowing that you don't have to prove anything to anyone anymore. You've done enough. You are enough. So if your body's slower than it used to be, treat it kindly. If your days are quieter, fill them with things that soothe your soul. If people around you don't always understand where you're coming from, hold firm in what you know to be true. You're not invisible. You're not forgotten. You're not in the background. You are still here, still becoming, still matter deeply. Sometimes we need to hear that out loud. So here it is again. You matter. Your laughter, your stories, your love, your stillness, they matter. And no number in your age can take that away from you. Let the world chase money. Let others rush and scroll and stress. But you get to savor. You get to enjoy the richness of a slower pace, of real conversations, of long mornings and peaceful nights. Because after 70, the most precious thing isn't money. It's knowing how to live well with what truly lasts, and recognizing that, in the end, the richest person isn't the one with the biggest bank account. It's the one with a full heart. And maybe now, sitting with all this, you're thinking, okay, I understand what's precious, but how do I really live like it every day? Because knowing something and feeling it are two different things. It's one thing to say that presence, peace, and connection matter more than money, but it's another thing to wake up, look in the mirror, and live that truth when the world still whispers, you're not enough unless you're doing more, earning more, proving more. That's the quiet battle so many face after 70, not with others, but with yourself. The part of you that wonders if slowing down means falling behind. That doubts your worth now that you're no longer in the fast lane. But let's set the record straight right here. Your value has never been tied to your productivity. Your value has always been in your presence. In who you are, not just what you do. In the stories that shaped you, the love you've given, the storms you've survived. And if you're wondering how to bring that kind of mindset into your everyday life, it starts small. Wake up in the morning and instead of reaching for the news or your phone, place your hand over your heart and say, I am here. I am still becoming. Today matters. Then move through the day like you're already enough, because you are. Brew your tea like it's a ritual, not a rush. Stretch your arms with gratitude, not complaint. Talk to your plants, your neighbor, your grandchild, like your words carry weight. Because they do. Find one small joy each day and hold it like treasure. A bird on the fence. A photo from years ago. A familiar laugh. These are the golden threads that weave the days together. And if you have pain, if your body is tired, or your heart is heavy, don't push that away. Be gentle with it. You've earned the right to rest. You've earned the right to feel. You don't need to smile all the time to be considered strong. You just need to keep showing up for yourself. Let others chase more, money, fame, speed. You get to chase less. Less clutter, less stress, less comparison. And by doing that, you'll find more. More clarity, more laughter, more of the moments that don't show up on a paycheck but last a lifetime. Because after 70, joy looks different. It doesn't always come with fireworks or loud applause. It shows up quietly, in the click of a teacup, the sound of rain, the hug from someone who knows you by heart. And that's something no amount of money can buy. Some folks ask, what should I be doing at this stage in life? The answer is simple. Whatever lights you up inside. Want to try painting even if your hands shake a little? Do it. Want to walk in the park more days than not, just to watch the seasons change? Do it. Want to sit in silence and feel the peace of not needing to be anywhere but here? Absolutely do it. Life doesn't ask for perfection, it asks for presence. For participation. For small steps toward joy, even if your legs don't move as fast as they used to. Let go of the shoulds, the guilt, the I wish I had more. And start leaning into, I'm thankful I have this. This breath, this day, this body that still carries me, no matter how slow. This life. You've walked through so many chapters, some you never thought you'd make it through. And yet, here you are, still becoming, still learning, still giving. So no, the most precious thing after 70 isn't money. It's this. Knowing how to love deeper, laugh easier, forgive faster, and live slower. It's being able to sit with a friend and say, I'm glad we made it here. It's watching your grandchildren grow and seeing pieces of your courage in them. It's feeling peace in your soul, not because life was perfect, but because you made peace with what it was. So today, right now, you have a choice. You can worry about what you've lost, or you can celebrate what you still have. And what you still have is enough to live fully, to love fiercely, and to leave a legacy of presence. You're not running out of time. You're entering the season where time is finally yours. Use it wisely, not in the way the world tells you to, but in the way your heart knows best. Spend it sitting beside someone who listens. Spend it walking under the trees. Spend it watching the sun rise slower than you used to, and noticing how the light touches everything the same way, no matter how old it is. Because just like the trees and the sun and the earth, you are still growing. And there's beauty in every stage of growth. So here's to you, wherever you are, whatever you're feeling, however many birthdays you've seen. You are still here. And the most precious thing is exactly that. If you enjoyed this message, take a moment to share your thoughts in the comments below. Your voice matters, and someone else might need to hear what you have to say today. And if this video brought you comfort, clarity, or just a little peace, please give it a like. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more heartfelt, empowering videos designed just for you. Here's to living fully, loving deeply, and remembering that the most important things aren't things at all. You are loved. You are enough. You are still becoming. See you in the next video.